Oh my god, we're back. We're back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Last where we left off. We found out that, well, one of our girls on the plane might have something to do with the murder. We don't know actually, but basically she's being investigated. She lied about having permission from the pilot, and now we're just gonna try and figure out why and probably check the very bottom of the plane. But yeah, let's continue. March 12th, 2:52 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck, cargo hold. Oh yeah, and then Francisca is here. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? Yippee! It's so big! That's what she said, sir. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So, is this the real scene of the murder? There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Alright. Well, actually, what's here? Let me use my keyboard. Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file? There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. Looks like a profile on Francisca. Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her? Yeah, you wanna talk about that? You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved government-level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Okay. Interpol is involved. It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Okay, well, can you explain to us why did he have a file on you? Where is it? I mean, do we not have it? What? Wait, okay. Oh, I guess not. I guess we didn't get it. No, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. No. Hold on. That's gotta be connected, right? Yep, there we go. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Francisca said that she had some meeting here to... I'm having an aneurysm. She had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was in actuality Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Okay, now we go and ask her. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense! What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Oh, okay. He went undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about this murder instead. Okay, alright, that makes sense. So, okay, so we know that he's actually a secret agent dealing with a possible smuggling ring. Okay, so check this out. Holy suitcase, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after the flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Oh? And why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass. And Mr. Nero wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What's this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments. Oh. Hold on. Broken glasses, glass shards. Connection, maybe. Aha! Eureka! Gumshoe, I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit too early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Okay. I think we now have a pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. Oh, what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow! Oh, my fucking throat! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that I am sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francesca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to find out from him after he had landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent... oh, sorry. I got through. 1 second. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat, my bad. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and that he was murdered here. These glass fragments in his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then... the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and... they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up... the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Well, shit, that was easy. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? Oh, dear. I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Oh, fuck that. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Alright. Now we just gotta press her.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal or even the captain.
Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like Scruffy over there.
I can't disagree with on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well then. Then what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal?
Huh. I thought you might ask about her.
But it's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Tenero.
It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father?
Ow, you fucking bitch. Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence,
Be quiet. You're the disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away.
Were you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Ugo piggy bank?
Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open that display case.
Okay. Hold it! But that's as a fake.
Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed.
There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? What should we... The scene... I don't know if the scene, crime scene, and the body, I'm pretty sure... So I guess the piggy bank itself? We should examine the bank itself once more to determine if it is the real murder weapon. If this is the real weapon, it should be damaged or perhaps have a dent on it somewhere. We've looked into that already and there's no sign of anything on it. We can't discount it as the murder weapon on that one fact alone. The piggy bank is, after all, made of a stronger material than human flesh. I can't prove it through the piggy bank itself, then I must find another way. Excuse me. The body or the crime scene? How would we determine the authenticity of it? I guess we could... He's got blood at the back of his head, is the thing. I guess just examine the body? Francisco, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions.
Oh, was I?
Yes, we don't even have the autopsy result yet. Oh, that's right, we don't have the autopsy reports. We have no idea how he actually died. How can I not say that you just made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see? If the wound on Agent Hicks' head is consistent with the murder weapon...
Scruffy!
Yes, sir?
Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks' autopsy.
Fucking A. Yes, sir. Fucking bitch. We've got a problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Oh god, don't tell me we're locked. What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure.
Report, now.
The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign that the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Oh, jeez.
Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean?
Alright, well, was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, Detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir.
You're completely useless.
Ow!
Hey,
Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. What is all that racket? Uh-oh. Oh, it's that.
My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me.
We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience.
I suppose there's no choice.
Finally, I think you get. Hey, what are you?
You have left me no choice but to use strong force. Ah!
You won't get past me. Oh. Wait, that's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about.
that is the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed.
Oh. Doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Oh, wait, did he fall?
Eureka!
Is it that? No. Okay, no? So it's not these two, it's not this. It's gotta be that. Okay. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there's an extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. Okay. We're looking for a rather large weapon. Do you think it would stick out? But so far we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration.
What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here?
Francisca.
What? What do you want?
I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon.
You did?
He really jumped.
We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time.
He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs.
There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit.
This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across.
Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence.
You two aren't listening at all, are you?
Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of.
This is the real murder weapon. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Wait.
Take that!
Oh, wait. No. That was practice just now. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we don't have the evidence. I don't have any evidence to show you.
Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show?
Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks' death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Freefall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground.
He fell to his death?
Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death.
But the murder happened inside the plane.
I know.
Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from?
As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
You can't mean...
Oh, yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold.
What? Then we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Hey, you! Tell me you are dead, pal. Well, quiet. Why are you screaming? Oh, he's alive.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that.
I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances.
The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean?
Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time, what would have happened then?
You would have been a Virginian pancake for sure, sir.
I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing, but the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios.
It may be there now, but there's no proof that it was always there.
As if there could have been a window over time when that giant box was not there.
Ah, but there was.
What?
What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always where it is?
Take that!
That.
You refueled in the Republic of Zangfa?
Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhangfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question.
It's labeled Zingfa Express.
Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhangfa. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time?
It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zangfa leg of the flight.
Making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks would have fallen to his death entirely possible.
Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched.
Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Alright. Okay, out of my way. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir.
By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it.
There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Alfred statue. Never heard of it.
Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime.
Let's get investigating, sir. Look here. Do not call about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't push up on me like that, pal.
So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc.
Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Isle of Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more.
Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold.
10 million cents?
I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective.
Darn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year.
Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues so madly to spin in place.
Hey, Miss Edwards, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars?
Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to a murder case. I was wondering if you'd allow us to examine it a bit closer.
It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching.
Okay, wait, is it by chance this? He wants me to pay him? Dang. Alright. All sorts of boxes are piled up here.
This one says flammable, and this one says it's pharmaceuticals.
This one says for exorcism use only. So what kind of operation is the airline running? Hold on. Just gonna reposition myself. So Mr. Hicks was actually an Interpol agent.
That is so cool. I can't believe he was from the Interpol, the adventure, the glamour, and the miraculous big escape when you get caught by the enemy.
Except in this case, there was no big escape.
No miracle.
Leftover suitcases, they are lined up in two pretty neat rows. Too bad for Mr. Narrow, but this design is unmarketable.
I'd buy one if it was cheaper, sir. Do you think they'd sell it to me at a discount? Oh, or why don't they sell them in the airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one, get one free. You win the raffle, you get one more for free. How about those ideas, sir?
I think if they did that, everyone would lose. Okay. Can these be connected? Oh. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here.
You mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say?
It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in this certificate. No, that's... Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there.
I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
If you could have your wish, look at it yourself and see I am right.
This... I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is the Isle of Red? It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This statue is a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to the country to exhibit it.
I believe a closer look is warranted here. So this is the infamous Isle of Red statue.
What is it, Miss Edgeworth? Did you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. Should examine it in more detail. Oh, wait a minute. The eyes are supposed to be red. This one's yellow. Are these eyes made of some sort of gem?
It's a real nice shade of orange. For a sec, I couldn't even tell they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of the stray cat that lives near my house.
Are the eyes supposed to be this color? Is it possible the statue is a fake? Well, yeah, it's definitely a fake. So this is the Alfred statue. I swear I've seen this before.
No wonder this thing is worth 10 million cents. Look how it sparkles, sir.
I wouldn't call it sparkling, detective. Maybe more along the lines of dully shining. What's this? The statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover.
It kind of resembles his owner's attitude in a sense. Oh, yo, what did you say now? Further, my clothing is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen.
Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinate.
Why should I forgive if the dress is passed, or if it's an expensive dress you keep it?
What have we here?
It says Zhengfa Express on the cloth, sir. I'm gonna take a guess and say that this delivery company is based in Zhengfa.
Something is tugging on the corner of my mind as though something is out of place. The leftover suitcases sit here lined up in two pretty neat rows. Too bad for Mr. Narrow, but this design is unmarketable.
Well, why don't they sell them?
Oh yeah, I already checked, yeah. Okay.
I will make you pay 10 million cents.
Isn't that the value of the statue itself?
Of course, here's the price of my very valuable time in the loaning of my statue. Now you wish another minute. I will make your bill 11 million cents now.
Going to have to conduct this examination with even greater haste. What have we here? It says Zhengfa Express in the clock. No, yeah. Yeah, I know. If I may have a word with you, Francisca, I don't think you have time for idle chatter. You still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is in fact a reality. Just gonna present this to you. Maybe you'll... Detective Gumshoe, this is...
Oh, is that for me? Oh, you shouldn't have, sir, but I'll gladly take anything you want to give to me.
Hands off, Detective. This item is related to the case.
Oh, so what about it did you want to ask me about?
Forget I asked, Detective. Damn it. It's gotta be something else.
You spot anything off, you come and tell me right away, okay, pal?
Roger, sir. It's rather unusual for Gumshoe to be so directing. He must outrank this officer.
Run into any trouble, you just leave it up to me, okay?
Yes, sir. Watch out, Detective Gumshoe.
Ow!
Scruffy, I think your ego is in need of some deflating.
I was following your footsteps, sir. I want to try patronizing my subordinates.
Cruel and unforgiving to the detective, even in front of his own subordinates.
Ooh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it.
The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move.
Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you push it now.
Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without this special keycard. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's control panels require a keycard, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Good job, officer. Mr. LeBlanc is certainly not an easy person to hold back. No thanks necessary, sir. It's all part of the job, even if he did eventually get by. Well, I have a few things to ask him anyway, so it worked out in your favor this time. Thank you very much, sir. Next time I'll be sure not to let anyone through. Even if it takes my life in the process, sir. I appreciate the sentiment, however, we can't have people getting hurt on the job either. Alright. Okay, is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. I guess we gotta talk to Gumshoe.
This cargo hold is really big. Can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here.
Detective, what are you going on about? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Whoa, stuff's falling on me. I can't really get into my work without something like this happening first. Well, let's get the show on the road. So which item do you want to start on?
In this world, there are those who are masochistic, and then there's Gumshoe.
Man, I can't believe Mr. Hicks fell to his death. Never would have guessed in a million years.
That is still only a hypothesis, however, the investigation should prove it to be true.
Speaking of falling, I'm glad our guy's okay. You took quite the spill.
Yes, he was lucky to have landed on top of that piece of cargo.
Yeah, I can just see it now. Passenger pays price for police foul-up. Did Prosecutor Edgeworth add fuel to the fire of the first murder with the second death? Yep, I'm willing to bet that'd make the front page.
That's not funny, Detective.
Oh, wait, I thought something smelled fishy here. Turns out it's a smuggling rig.
A smuggling ring is involved in this case, then the target would most definitely be the most valuable piece of art.
That'd be the two statues on either side of the elevator, right, sir?
I doubt those ghastly things are worth anything to anyone other than the person depicted. No. The statue's eyes look like they're made of jewel-like stone.
Those gems are sure are pretty. And look at the fiery orange color, sir.
Well, according to Mr. LeBlanc, this whole thing is worth a pretty penny.
Oh, I just got a really great idea. I could probably find some rocks down by the river I could polish up to look like real jewels. I think I'll try that out and give one to Maggie as a present next time.
I wonder if he's serious, and I wonder if I should try to stop him if he is. Okay. Game, what do you want me to do? Maybe if I present him the statue? Oh, deduce. Oh wait, no, hold on. I forgot I can do this, deduce.
Eureka!
These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Oh, the memory. I remember standing out in the field spinning with my arms out until I felt ill.
I don't care about the sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo?
Huh? Oh, sir, they're red.
As I thought, this statue's a fake. Mr. LeBlanc?
What do you want? Do you not know I am a busy man? I owe you 2 seconds for your answer.
The Aleph Red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not?
It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess the statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is going to be a long story.
Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but...
What is that? Sympathy? For what?
You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes.
That large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you.
I wasn't talking about the 2 of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo.
Why the sudden yelling now then? Oh? Just a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. Oh!
Now, do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake.
Oh, fake!
I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhengfa, and I will present it to you. I will present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Maybe. Oh yeah, because if it was... So, if this statue was... Because I think, when we... Hold on. Where is it? No, it's around here somewhere. Where is it? I could have sworn it was somewhere here. Oh yeah, it was loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 at the transfer point. So, if it's true that this statue was the first thing that was loaded, then the Zhengfa would not be having its thing tugged. So, oh, come on. Hold on. Oh wait, where is it?
Eureka!
There we go. There's clearly a contradiction here.
What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of a cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. That's not possible.
But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue's on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhengfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe, which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhengfa.
But then, what about the cargo certificate?
Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There is only one reason why: to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight.
So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed.
That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge, which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Alright, there we go. That's another investigation complete.
I guess the victim knew the real version of this was going to get nabbed, huh?
Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zengfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zengfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move the statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now! Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the Aleph Red statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with the luminol, and there was a reaction. I see. There was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot.
Can't stop looking at it now, sirs.
It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? Easy. This Bulgarian cloth. The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zengfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover.
So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zengfa?
There is no other conceivable timeline for the event of the murder. If that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. The murder occurred before we landed in Zengfa, and this becomes highly suspect. If the murder occurred before we land in Zengfa, then this becomes highly suspicious. I guess LeBlanc's? The times referenced by Mr. LeBlanc in his testimony are inaccurate, although I believe the actual body of his testimony is fairly reliable. What are you sputtering on over there? Hurry up with your answer! Hold on, I'm still collecting my thoughts. Okay. Then Miss Mills? Recall Miss Mills' testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zengfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting at his seat at 5. Oh yeah, that's right. She claims she saw him at 5. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but
that totally contradicts the facts, sir.
But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. Ooh, to be continued. Alright. That is pretty good. Alright. So, let's see. This is actually going to have to be a pretty short, stream. Unfortunately, I have to be going to sleep very soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, I'm going to be uploading this video probably tomorrow-ish, or either that or later in the week. But other than that, for those watching, I hope you enjoy this. If you're watching this on my stream, leave a follow. If on